Describe the geometrical transformation that maps the graph of this function onto the graph of this function. The curve y equals this is translated by this vector. To give the curve y equals g of x, find an expression for g of x and simplifying your answer. The first four terms in the binomial expansion of this are 1 plus ax plus bx squared plus cx cubed. Find the values of the constants a, b and c, giving your answers in their simplest form. Okay, that's the question which I've summarized here then. So first of all, we start with this function, y equals 1 plus x over 3 to the 6. Now we want to get to 2x, don't we? So if I replace x by, let it equal 6 of capital X, so let's substitute that, gives, and we'd end up with y equals, replace x by 6x, and that way you end up with 1 plus 2 of capital X to the 6th, which is where we want to go. So this is the substitution then, which will translate this function into this function. Okay, what does that tell us then? Well, it tells us that the new x value is a sixth of the old one, doesn't it? So there's what we've got. So for example, if we had an axis and we had the x point of 1, say the value 1, say here, then if we put 1 in here, we'd get the new value is 1/6. So it's a stretch, isn't it? So stretched along the x-axis. By a scale factor. By scale factor 1/6. So that's part A. Okay, so that's the first one. Y equals this is translated by this, moving along x 3 units and moving y vertically 0 to give y equal g of x. Y, find g of x. So this function, part 2 then, this is part 1. Y equals 1 plus x over 3 to the 6th. We want to shift it forward 3 units. So that would tell us it would be 1 plus x minus 3 over 3 to the power 6, wouldn't it? And that way, that would shift it, wouldn't it? That would shift it forwards 3. So let's just check that. So if x is 1, if x is 3 here, put 3 in, we'll get 2 to the power 6. So x equals 3, y equals 2 to the 6. If we put 6 in here, we'll get 2 to the power 6. So it's like we've shifted it forward because we get the same y value when x is 6 in this one. So it is shifted forward 3 units. So that's fine. So that's what we've got. So we need to simplify that, find g of x. So let's just write that down then. G of x is equal to that. So we've just replaced it. So here, g of x is equal to, and it's this thing here, isn't it? So we need to just tidy it up. That's equal to minus 3 over 3 is minus 1, so it's just simply x over 3 to the power 6, which is x to the 6 over 3 to the 6, which is 9 cubed, 729. 9 cubed it would be, 3 to the 6 is 9 cubed, 81 times 9 is 729. The first 4 terms in the binomial expansion, part B, now we're going to move on to, so I was just reading it there for some reason. Here it is here. These, find A, B and C, 1 plus x over 3 to the 6. So part B, 1 plus x over 3 to the power 6, we want the first 4 terms. 1 plus nx plus, using the binomial theorem, n minus 1 x squared over 2 factorial plus n minus 1 n minus 2, which is 4, times the x over 3 cubed over 3 factorial plus dot dot dot. These are the terms then. So that's equal to 1 plus 6 over 3 is 2, 2x. Here, what have we got? We've got a 2 goes into 6 3 times. One of these 3's will cancel and just leave a 3. So we get 5 over 3 x squareds. And then the next one, the 6 here will cancel with that 6. And we get 20 over 3 cubed. 3 cubed is 27, and that's x cubes. So what have we got here then? A equals 2, B equals 5 over 3, and C equals 20 over 27.